I'm gonna make this real quick video, and then I'm gonna take it on in, man. I've been up all night long. You know what I'm saying? The sun is shining down on me, and I just want to give y'all a real quick nocturnal thought. With Javante Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz, um, this is not going to be so much as a prediction, um, just a thought as it, you know what I'm saying, progresses, and then eventually it will turn into um, a nocturnal final thought prediction on Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz. Mainly because I have to go back and do my due diligence on Leo Santa Cruz. I watched his fight against, I don't want to say his name wrong, but Monarez. I watched that fight, or I listened to that fight, you know what I'm saying, while I was on the road on my way home. And I watched a few of his highlights, of course, but I want to go back and watch enough of his fights to get a total feel for what he's able to do with his craft. Um, but at the time, what I'm doing right now actually is I'm listening to Fred from Barbershop Conversations. He released a video, and it was titled, "Are we being too sensitive? Are we exaggerating the situation with Paulie Malignaggi?" And it's a very, very interesting video. Right now, he's giving a history lesson. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not like, he's not one of my favorite YouTube channels, but I do want to send a proper respect and salute to the boxing conversations. I've been watching his channel probably now for at least a year, so I do respect him. I just sometimes I just don't think, you know what I'm saying, you know, every you know everything everybody, sometimes it takes a while, especially through YouTube, um for there's times where you might naturally gravitate towards a channel, and then you might just go a different way. um I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm not going to dwell on that. I'll just say this: I respect his channel, and right now I think he's dropping some gems. And I'm a type of person that if I can pick up anything from you, you know what I'm saying, you get my salute, you get my respect, most definitely. And then I take it from there. So anybody that's not subscribed, which anybody that's subscribed to my channel most likely is subscribed to his channel. But if you're not subscribed to his channel, go check him out. I think he has one of the biggest platforms on YouTube as far as boxing is concerned, and a plethora of information about boxing and other situations. So I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna get back to that when I finish doing this video. Um, are we being too sensitive? Should Paulie Malignaggi, uh, is that situation over exaggerated? I'm getting to that video. But in the meantime, in between time, I want to start this little series on Javante Tank Davis versus Leo Santa Cruz. Um, I watched a breakdown from Real Talk Boxing. He's an up and coming YouTuber, and once again, I don't see eye to eye on everything he says, but I'm giving him a fair shake. And when I click on his channel, I hit the thumbs up. If I have something positive to say, I leave a positive comment. If I have something negative that I have to say, I'm not gonna say it and disrespect him on his platform, but I will come on my platform and speak my mind. And if it happens to be contradicting to his platform, it's still out of respect. Okay? Anyways, he did a breakdown on Leo Santa Cruz versus Javante Tank Davis. He leans towards Leo Santa Cruz. I think to me he sounds like it's a 50-50 fight in his mind. He's saying that if it goes the distance, he gives it to Leo Santa Cruz. If it's an early victory, it's going to be Gervonta Tank Davis. Um, as we know, Gervonta Tank Davis, I think 2 times now, failed to make weight at the scheduled time. When he fought Yuriokis Gamboa, he showed up a pound overweight, 136, and he had an hour or I believe 2 hours to go take off that extra pound. Yuriokis Gamboa came in a little lighter at like 134 and a half, right? Now some people say it's a lack of discipline. I feel like you can't I can't say there is no lack of discipline, but I can't blame. I feel like it's more of a lack of the experience, and with the experience will come the discipline. So there is a little bit of a lack of discipline. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I chalk it up to the lack of experience, and also I chalk it up to everybody is different. And I think it's more of him getting used to his. I think he gets nervous, and when you get nervous, I think it might be hard for your body to do what you wanted to do, to lose those last few pounds. You know what I'm saying? Mostly when you losing those last few pounds, you mostly losing water weight. And there's only 2 ways you can lose water weight: sweat and urination. And I think when you get really nervous and you get anxiety, your body holds on to water. It's hard to break a sweat, and it's hard to have a regular urination. You try to drink a bunch of water the day before or 2 days out to start to really flush out the kidneys, and then you think what you would naturally do is flush all the water out, and then when you go back to rehydrate after you weigh in, like Sean Porter said, you only have to hit that weight for 2 seconds at a specific time. But that comes with discipline. Sean Porter even had issues making weight before. He had to cut braids and cut a fart and do all these things to make weight on the scale. So I've seen, rest in peace to the Black Mamba. He missed a weigh in and had to take an hour to come back and step on the scale correct. So I don't just want to say it's a lack of discipline for you to miss scale. Making weight is part of the game, but it's one of the hardest part of the games of boxing is actually the diet, the fighting. A fighter loves to fight. He don't care about the fight. That's the best part of it to him. But it's the discipline in making that weight, which is very complicated, especially when you on the road, when you doing interviews, when you trying to promote, you trying to train, you trying to stay sharp, and at the same time, you trying to market yourself, and you trying to get your body to do what most people back in the day, old school, would just go into the bat cave, go completely under the radar, do everything they had to do, and then make the reveal at the weigh-in. It wasn't all this going on you know what I'm saying? It wasn't the same as it is now. Anyways, so I don't want to just say Gervonta Tank Davis is just not disciplined. You know what I'm saying? But he does need to tighten that up as he progresses through his career. Because watching him not make the weight against Yuriokis Gamboa, it seemed to frustrate him to where he lashed out and pushed Yuriokis Gamboa, because I think it's more of anxiety and energy. Like people say that Gervonta Tank Davis is so explosive. Well, you got to understand, being that explosive is not just in pertaining to the ring. It's also pertaining to who he is in his essence. So, like when you see him, you know what I'm saying, have the anxiety and the nervousness and the lack of experience in life when he grabbed up his baby's mother, that shows me that his mentality is still very combustible. That energy that is like short fused, silent fused, and can explode out of nowhere. That's what he does in the ring, and that's how he is in life. He seems to me to be a gentleman, calm, collective, cool. I think a lot of people think he might be slower because of that Baltimore draw in his accent. He muffles when he talks and he slurs when he talks and he speaks in a way that you really can't just put together his articulation. But then, boom, out of nowhere, he can just explode. You know what I'm saying? So that's the part of his essence, and it's going to take a while as he matures and seasons for him to be able to focus that and harness that more just towards his craft. Like when Gervonta Tank Davis, or even Adrian Broner, but when Gervonta Tank Davis said if it wasn't for boxing, most likely I would already be dead, he really means that. Because based on the essence inside of him, that type of mentality on the streets of Baltimore is gonna lead into fatality very young, because the outlet is only going in a negative direction. So he still has to learn how to channel his emotions, keep his frustrations under control, be disciplined, and learn how to focus and contain himself and let out himself in ways that's healthier and directed and focused like a laser. And that's what he can learn from a Floyd Money Mayweather. And that's probably why they don't totally synchronize, is because Floyd Mayweather is nothing but discipline. Floyd Mayweather is 100% disciplined in everything that he does in his life, period. His whole entire life is completely focused and disciplined. So it's hard to be around somebody energy that's like this or like this and then it explodes. It's hard to be around somebody that's explosive when you this type of person that knows how to channel and avenue all of your emotions anyway. The ability for Gervonta Tank Davis to do what he does in the ring is all, it's some physical, it's genetics, it's muscle, but everybody, him and Leo Santa Cruz and everybody else is made out of the same thing: muscle, bone, blood, tissue. You know what I'm saying? We all made out of the same thing. What makes us different? What makes him be able to knock people out is his essence. It's his mentality. Leo Santa Cruz has a different mentality. I think from what I've saw, from what I'm watching, he definitely throws a lot of punches for 12 rounds. He looks to me to have just a come forward Mexican style in the telephone booth, rock'em sock'em robots. But he's also added some wrinkles to his game from what I've saw, where he's learned how to keep his distance and use his reach advantage. But I still don't see where he has enough to keep Tank off of him. Like, it's one thing to see Leo Santa Cruz go 12 rounds and say that if he can survive Gervonta Power, then if he don't knock him out, he can win the fight. But surviving Power, is it not, to me, surviving Power is just not getting knocked out. Like if somebody is hitting you real hard and breaking you down, you can go 12 rounds, but that doesn't mean that their power didn't affect you in a way that completely made you have to change, like change your original plans. Like Yoriokas Gamboa had the experience. He had the experience to know. I seen Yoriokas Gamboa get in a fight and get knocked down 4 times damn near in 1 round. He knows how to get back up, and he knows how to survive. When people say that that Tank loses steam, I didn't see him lose steam in that fight. I seen him conserve himself, and then if you look at that 12th round knockout, the explosiveness and the power was still there. I don't see, from what I saw, I don't see Leo Santa Cruz being able to take as much punishment as what Tank is able to deliver. I don't see just a one-shot knockout to Leo Santa Cruz, but I see Tank Davis being able to break him down and possibly getting him out of there. I look at it like this. Gervonta Tank Davis hasn't lost yet. He doesn't know how to lose yet. I like what Floyd Money Mayweather used to say about some of his opponents. No disrespect, but if you have lost before, you know how to lose. Your mind, your essence, your body knows how to give up and lose. And if you are going in there with an ultimate chess player that just only knows how to win, then a part of you has already lost before you even step in the ring. Because you can accept it. You can make peace with it. You can say, you know what I'm saying, all right, I lost. Now let me pick myself up off the canvas and start over. Hit the drawing board and start over. But when you're talking about somebody that's young, on a warpath, and never lost and has the kind of power and athletic and the mentality and the essence of Gervonta Tank Davis, from what I see right now, I don't think he knows how to lose. And I don't see Leo Santa Cruz being the person that's going to take him to school to show him how to accept defeat. Not from what I saw so far. So I'm leaning right now heavily towards Gervonta Tank Davis, and only Gervonta Tank Davis can beat himself if he doesn't make the weight. And I've already seen an article where Leo Santa Cruz said if he doesn't make the weight, he's just going to have to pay me for it. So you already, to me, giving him an out and an excuse and a safety net to say, if you lose the weight, if you don't lose the weight, you can pay me for it. And that, to me, is putting up a red flag in Leo Santa Cruz's case. But I want to keep breaking it down. I want to look at some more footage from Leo Santa Cruz and some more footage on Gervonta Tank Davis before I make a final prediction. This is Nocturnal Thoughts, man. I appreciate y'all time. If you're with me so far, hit the subscribe button, and I salute you. Leave me a comment. I shout you out, and I'll chop it up with you. And I'm going to get back to Barbershop Conversations to see what he has to say about this Paulie Malignaggi situation. I'm out.